All right, the 11-4 lesson is going to continue our work with geometric series. So we're going to talk about using sums of geometric series, just like we did the sums of the arithmetic series. So first of all, we need some formulas. We are going to make our life simpler, and we're not going to use this top formula. We are only going to use this bottom formula. Our n is still our n. This is the sum of n terms. Our a1 is still our a1. R is our common ratio, and here's our n, and here's our r. Plug and chug mathematics. So here we go. If a1 is 2, r is 2, n is 15, find s of n. Well, we're really finding s of 15. The sum of the first 15 terms. So what we're doing is we have 2 times 1 minus 2 to the 15th power all over 1 minus 2. Now it's simply a matter of working it out with your calculator. This becomes 2 times negative 32,767 all over negative 1, which is positive 65,534. Sigma notation also works, except there's some pretty neat little shortcuts. So if we look at a generic one, that would look something like this. There's some key pieces in here. This term right here is always A1. This term that's being raised to the power is always r. The sigma notation still works the same way. If you let n equal 1, you will get a1. And whatever this top number is will give you your an. We still find n by taking top minus bottom plus 1. So, all right, so I'm going to go to this basic formula that I gave you on the other page, and let's figure some things out. So from this formula, 3 is a1. From this formula, r is 2, and how many terms are we talking about? 12 minus 1 plus 1, we're talking about 12 terms. So we're finding the sum of 12 terms, which is equal to a1, which is 3, times 1 minus 2 to the 12th, all over 1 minus 2. So when I work this out, I have 3 times 1 minus 4,096, all over negative 1. And that becomes 12,285. Now sometimes we won't know n. And if we don't know n, we're going to use this formula if we don't know the number of terms. So here's our given information. We know a1, we know that a of n is 6, but we have no idea what term 6 is. Is it the 30th? Is it the 3rd? But we do know r. So we're going to go ahead and substitute. So we are going to find this s of n, some mystery number, is equal to 7776 minus 6 times negative 1/6 all over 1 minus 1/6. The biggest thing here is you need to be very careful with your negatives. Minus a minus, this is going to end up being plus. Minus a minus, this ends up being plus. So I end up with 7777 all over 7/6 if I make a common denominator of 6 over 6. Now dividing a whole number by a fraction, we really multiply by the reciprocal. 7 and 7,777 cancel, and I get 6,666. Now our last example is finding the first term. So we're missing a1. This is just a matter of substitute and solve. This is our base formula that we are using right from the start, so we really only have two formulas in this section. They give us S of 8 is 765, which means that n is 8, and they give us r equals 2. So we substitute what we know. So S of 8, our sum, is 765. That's equal to A1, which we don't know, times 1 minus 2 to the 8th, all over 1 minus 2. So I end up with 765 is equal to A1 times negative 255, all over negative 1. A negative over a negative is positive, so I'm going to divide both sides by 255. And that's going to be A1. When you do that, A1 is 3. Pretty short and simple lesson for today.